Over IRS Notice CP53. This is the notice that you might receive from the Internal Revenue Service in the case that you have a tax refund check, but the IRS cannot direct deposit it into your account for some reason. So we'll go through this notice step by step so we can kind of walk through some of the scenarios where this might occur, and then kind of tell you what you might be able to do about it. So let's start with the upper right hand corner. You see this notice number. The tax year would be whatever tax year. In this case, it's 2000. Then the notice date would be whatever the date that the notice goes out. And this is probably the most important piece of information, because if there is something that you need to do, such as contact the IRS after 4 weeks, then you should be able to use that notice date as the point of reference. In this case, this is about a tax refund, but other notices may require you to make a payment or file an appeal or whatever your options are. And they give you a certain period of time that extends from the notice date. So pay close attention to that. Your social security number should be correct, and then there should be a contact phone number for you to reach the IRS. On the left-hand side should be your taxpayer name and street address or mailing address. Check that to make sure it's accurate. So if you've recently relocated, you can update your tax address or your address on file within your tax record by either filing your tax return or calling the IRS and validating your personal information and then providing the new address. Or you can file the IRS change of address form, known as IRS Form 8822. That's for individuals. For business owners, that would be IRS Form 8822-B. So another important reason that you would want to keep your address up to date is that if there is any requested or expected action from the notice date, such as maybe making a payment within 21 days, then that stems from the notice date, not necessarily from the time that you receive the mail. So if it takes a week for the mail to catch up to you, then you have that much less time to take the appropriate action. So keep that in mind when it comes to your IRS records. So basically, this notice says that the IRS cannot honor requests for direct deposit of refunds for prior year returns. So instead of doing your direct deposit, they're going to send you a tax refund via check, and it's going to go in the mail. So again, another important reason why you should keep your address up to date in your tax record is because the IRS is going to mail you a check. So you don't want that check bouncing around and being susceptible to, theft through the mail system. So basically, if you don't receive your refund check within 4 weeks, call the IRS at whatever the number is that they're going to give you. So there is a little bit of additional information on this web page. We're going to go to it and see what is there. Basically, it says we couldn't direct deposit your refund, so they're going to send a check to your address. There are some frequently asked questions. Can the IRS send you a direct deposit return from 2 years ago? Well, they can if it's for the current year or 2 prior tax years. So 1 year ago, then 2 years ago. And then any other refunds for years prior would be sent by check. Again, kind of reiterates the change of address form if you just moved. And then finally, you can get your refund through a direct deposit. If you want to direct deposit into more than one account, or if you want to buy savings bonds, then you can complete IRS Form 8888, which is the allocation of refund. And from there, you can request disbursement into multiple accounts or even into savings bond purchases directly from the U.S. Treasury. So other than that, this is a pretty straightforward notice. And again, if you haven't received your refund within 4 weeks of the notice, you should call the phone number on your notice itself. So we'll go back to that notice and wrap things up. So that's all we have. We'll put links in the show notes to the articles and videos we've created about the forms mentioned here. And if you like our articles, please subscribe to our newsletter. If you like our YouTube videos, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And as always, if you have any questions or comments, or if there's another topic that you'd like to see in an upcoming video, please hit me up in the comments section. Thank you very much and have a great day.